We're really blessed to have an afternoon like we have. It's, the only hard part is the glare on the water. Other than that, it's absolutely, pumping out there. The winds are light offshore, tide's moving in, and the surfing is red hot.
Defending champ Tatiana Weston-Webb in live action. She's taken on Courtney Conlogue, the veteran in her 12th season on tour as Courtney. Tatiana already with 4 CT wins on a trophy cabinet. One of them was right here last year. Much different conditions on finals day last year. It was small stuff hitting the lip. Tell you what, she really comes alive in the Dew Strider.
To see it, here's a replay, trying to find a section to attack. She has to cut it a little short, but gets a good little warm up in there. All that power. I mean, you can tell if you try to get up and hit that lip when it's throwing out like that, you're just going to get tossed out onto the flat. So, smart. Look at how tall that wave was. Wow, that was just gorgeous. The velocity coming out of those lips is just radical. The speed you can gain, the way that she was smart to do that kind of half hack underneath the bowl section right there.
Finish from Conlogue getting rewarded 6-1-7. Here's Tachi, live action, late drop. That thing explodes. She emerges from it. And just a quick flick to a kick out from her, unable to attack that section. She'll go back and try and secure priority, dealing with a couple of days of wind early on, and now it's just glorious. That wind puffing offshore. Started off light and variable. Now it's blowing out to sea. It's grooming the face. It's grooming the wave that Tatiana Weston-Webb just stood up on. Nice slash from her. Patient off the bottom. She'll give it a clip and a couple of swings. No crazy attacking maneuvers there from her, but just staying in motion. It's a wave to come through. Here's another look at Tati.
Yeah, she does get a quick whip off the right away, which is a great way to set up the rest of the wave.
Courtney having a paddle, using that strength. She'll get in, she'll get a pump. Look at the speed. She is flying across this, but not quite quick enough. And maybe if she'd just been a meter or so wider on that, she would have been on the open face. It's those small margins that can be key. So she'll use up a bit of time and energy here. She'll take some on the head. It'll be a throwaway number. Meanwhile, reasonable number for Tati, pushing the score up to 4-5.
Breaking through and making finals, and few years before he was doing the QS and no sponsor, and then out of the sun he's just on the highest level.
Great looking wave for Tatiana Weston-Webb. Quick hit off the top, patient off the bottom, does really well there. That was tricky, that midsection of the wave, and that's exactly what she was looking for, something with a bit more venom and fizz, and finds a strong finish.
Probably going to be her highest score of the heat so far.
Yeah, 100%. She sets up that first whip and identifies the closeout section. And I like that she didn't try to do too many, she didn't try to get two for, in there right away. She waited and identified that last ball. I mean, she has a great kick of the fins right there. She pushes really hard and then waits for that end section. And, it would just bucked her up over the top, and then she regained control as she fell out of the sky.
That is very experienced, and his job would be to settle those nerves. Macy Callahan, nervous, looking around, kind of fidgety a little bit. I was actually right here in front of me. She was right in front of me.
Just imagine the possibilities of announcing yourself.
A pretty A+ camp there.
Yeah,
Griffin Colapinto, Stephanie Gilmore.
It's decent surfers right there. It's a decent surfer on this wave. It's Courtney Conlogue, does well to hang on here, just goes over huge bumps. There's the strength, and somehow manages to get a finishing turn as well. She dealt with a lot there.
Going for it. Look at this falling out of the sky. Couldn't see, went into that thing blind, and then tried to figure out which one of those lifts to hit. Yeah, ended up, I'll go for the high road. And then coming out of that, she went for the low road. And then kind of just going over the handlebars to finish off. But that was decision time on the fly. Big, beautiful wave, but right through that kind of double up world that you were talking about, Miguel, where you're going to want to drive through that as a barrel, but right there didn't do that. So then she had to try and pick off a lip.
Yeah, just go for turns whenever you can, but you could see there was so much water moving. It was so hard out there for her, and she somehow managed it. Felt pretty good, and starting the heat like that is just a huge confident boost. Pretty sure she'll just be looking to back it up and then maybe wait for barrels.
Tatiana Weston-Webb, I reckon she's just thinking about the task at hand, which is surf this wave the best she can. Great hit for a first turn from her. And it was just the one turn, but it was real nice.
We had Tatiana right on the back, going for a big turn, and then not making a second.
Like she's always on the edge with her surfing. This is a good one from Courtney.
Yeah, totally. Oh, carving right after the barrel. It was kind of short barrel. We'll see how that plays.
Judges have got a bit to think about here, and I think that's been something we've seen throughout the event. Lots of different ways of surfing a wave. Meanwhile, on the backhand, Weston-Webb uses priority. Not a great use of it. Goes to a kick out, and now Courtney with priority. And this one will tick down, getting towards. And that's why she's still looking for that 5.57. As we see a good paddle effort with heaps of speed on the entry. And just chugging down the line. And no real opportunities. That one got into troubled water.
That was radical, huh?
There's a replay of Courtney Conlogue on the backhand. Wow, that was a beautiful wave.
Ooh.
Big open turn, 2 nice turns. Huh? That was just identifying the good waves, right?
Yeah, exactly. Getting connected, find a clean wall, and just hack it right on top. That was a great turn by Courtney. She just backed it up right after, putting 2 turns right there. It's not easy, and she's definitely back in the game.
Let's think about that score. 5.57, the requirement. Think about numbers she already has and where this is going to go. We're getting another look here. Super technical surfing. Degree of difficulty as ever by getting 2 in on a rapidly folding section. She was going real fast. That little explosion of the whitewater in front of her just added to a bit of visual drum. And there's some power pockets out there, some scores available. She needs one. She's going to have to go this. We're counting down from 10 seconds. Up and riding. Tatiana Weston-Webb, 5.77 the requirement. Hard off the bottom, a hammer of a turn. And she just big waves it out down to the whitewater. Manages to throw it just before she gets engulfed. Courtney's not done. As we see her just finishing off a ride, and our judges have got a little bit of work to do right now.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to be an interesting one there. That was a radical section, and it was really tall and hollow.
A thumbs down from the panel. Numbers in. They'll deem that incomplete. Just a small number for her.
Close.
And that's consistent with the way they score those maneuvers. She didn't ride out clean, doesn't get the number. Our defending champion bows out, and Courtney Conlogue, her glittering career continues. She's through to the final here in Portugal. Join us for more live action from semi-final number 2 right after the break.